What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. So I know that I said that those last two Pokemon unboxing videos were going to be the last ones, but I lied. There is still a lot of money to be made left here with Pokemon cards, and I absolutely had to come up on this deal. I was browsing around on Facebook, Craigslist, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, all of those things, and I came across a super solid deal, and I absolutely could not pass it up. If you read the description, you read it correctly. I came up on over 2,000 Pokemon cards. So I wanted to wait and go ahead and open them all up for you guys to see. I haven't gone through any of them yet, but I definitely wanted to get an initial reaction. I got these a couple days ago, and I've been sitting on them waiting to open them, and finally the time has come. So again, if you guys are watching this, I have another GoPro set up right here, so it's going to shoot at the table so that you guys can see what cards I'm opening. I'm going to go ahead and start off with a couple of these binders, because normally those are the ones that are going to be carrying the best cards. I haven't looked at any of them, so I have no idea what's going to be inside. I know that there's got to be at least over 2,000 of them here. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get started. The first binder that I'm going to open up, there's no labeling or anything on it. So let's go ahead and open and see what we got. Right off the bat, we have a ton of trainer cards. There's a couple here in the pocket as well. Let me just scan through here real quick. Charmander, this one's always good. I'm going to set any of these off to the side, any of the ones that I think are worth anything. Now, you know, if you've seen any of my previous videos, that I'm looking for the older generation. That's the 1999 or 2000 Pokemon cards. So this one looks like it is from 2013. So it's not any of the vintage ones, so it's really not worth all that much. But I'm going to go ahead and set that off to the side just in case. We're going to scan through these ones. Here's a Dugong. That's always a good one because it is a reverse holo. So I'm going to set that one off to the side as well. Scan through these. Whole lot of nothing. So let's go ahead and put these back. I'm going to scan through these trainers real quick. Trainers aren't really worth a whole lot, so I'm just going to go ahead and browse through those. Wow, so we have an entire section of black Pokemon cards. We have Sableye, Inkay, Malamar. Just going to keep scanning through these. I haven't seen the black cards before, so I'm wondering if that potentially means something. It looks like there's a lot of, cartoon graphics on this one as well. So let's go ahead and just keep scanning. I'm going to go over these really quick because, like I said, there are a ton of cards here, and I'm not going to bore everybody. I'll definitely keep everyone updated as I figure out how much they're worth and everything. But for right now, we're going to scan through them real quick and see if any solid one popped out. So right off the bat, we have this Pikachu right here, 1995, 96, 98 Wizards of the Coast card. That's exactly what we're looking for. Any Pikachu cards. This one does have a shadow, which isn't the greatest thing in the world. If it was a Shadowless, it definitely would be worth a lot more, but we're going to go ahead and stick this one off to the side. What's really great about all these binders is that, as you can see, they can stack cards. So if you find one that's really good, there could be 1, 2, 3. I've even found as many as 6 additional ones of the same card behind it. So keep your fingers crossed for that as well. So I'm going to keep browsing through here. Like I said, I'm going to go pretty quick because I have 2 more binders and an entire shoebox to go through. If I open this up right here, there's just absolute stacks of these things. So these ones are going to take a lot of time to go through. Just as I browse those, it looks like those are the newer age Pokemon cards. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed and stick here with these binders. So let's keep scrolling. These are a couple new ones. There's a ton of Pikachu cards. Here we go. Here's another Magnemite base set 2. That's always a good card as well. If you're familiar at all with Pokemon, you know that you have the first edition ones that have the first edition stamp. You have the base set that have the shadow, like this one right here. And then you have the base set 2 that have the shadow as well as the number 2. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but for anybody watching that isn't familiar, that's how it works. So let's go ahead and keep scanning through these. I mean, I'm already on page 4 and I have a stack of cards. So for anybody that's wondering, go ahead and drop a comment below and ask how much you think I paid for all of this. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're familiar with my channel at all, this was a great deal. So I'm going to keep scanning. Here's a bunch of purple cards. I wonder if these have anything to do with the black cards at the beginning. Here's another Haunter. This Haunter is a base set 2. So like I said, any ones that I think are worth anything, I've been doing a lot of research about these over the last couple months. I'm going to set those off to the side because even if they sell for $3 or $5, you get a handful of those, you can package them. I'm going to make my money back real quick. So let's keep going. We have a Clefairy, Detonine, a bunch of Jigglypuffs, Wigglypuffs. Now, I'm looking for the holographics to stand out as well. For anybody that's been following with me, you know that those are the ones that I'm looking for. There's Magneton, Bronzer, couple energy cards. All right, so this one at first glance, we got a handful of good cards off of them. Let's go ahead and move on to binder number 2. Here's another one. All right, so there's a Sandshrew right here in the side. Let's keep going. Here we go. Okay, so yes, that's what I'm talking about. So right off the bat, we have a base set holographic Ninetales. These are going for anywhere between $25 and $45. So this alone just made a pretty large sum of how much I paid for everything back right here. It would be worth a whole lot more if there wasn't the shadow, but it is a rare. If you're a little bit familiar with these as well, in the bottom right-hand corner, you're either gonna find a circle, a what's the four-sided thing? A diamond, and then there will be a star. So the star is rare, diamond is uncommon, the circle is common, but if you get a holographic like this one, absolute score. That one we're gonna set off to the side. I should have brought my sleeves with me, but that's all right. We're just gonna keep going. So next one I found right here is a base set Dragonair. This is a rare base set Dragonair. We're gonna set this one off to the side. This looks like the binder that I'm looking for. It has a lot of the vintage Pokemon cards, and I didn't even see this one. Man, this is the kind of stuff that gets me really fired up because all you need is a handful of these and you can make your money back. So right here, right off the bat, I'm gonna see if maybe there's a handful of other ones behind it. Nope, just that one. We just came up on a Shadowless Charmeleon. Now a Charmander would be a whole lot better, but you still have the Shadowless. There's some more money right there. This is a Kakuna. Let's see, we have a vintage Shadowless Growlithe. That's another probably 10, 15 bucks right there. The Shadowless ones are worth absolute money. So if you look at, and a Dragonair, this one is Shadowless as well. So right there, we already made our money back. This was an absolutely solid investment, and I haven't even turned the page. I mean, I'm on page 2, so let's just keep going. Oh man. We got Kadabra, Magmar. Check out all these. Solid. These are the ones I'm excited to keep flipping through this binder. This might take a little bit longer than I expected on here. We got Bulbasaur. We have a Charmander. These are all base sets. They all have shadows. We have a Kadabra right here. Unfortunately, that's not an Alakazam. That would be absolutely incredible. And these cards are in extremely good condition. So even though these ones are base sets, I mean, they're in really good condition. I'm not going to go through all the stacks. We have a Porygon Shadowless card right here. Porygon Shadowless. I'm just going to set all those ones off to the side and don't touch them. We got base set Bulbasaur, base set Charmander. On to the next page. Man, this is the binder. This is going to be the one that's worth the money. Okay, so we have a yellow cheek base set Pikachu. If you follow my Instagram at all, you've seen that I've sold a red cheek Shadowless Pikachu for, I think it was $65 or $70. That is actually an error card. I know what you're thinking, that Pikachu has red cheeks, so how is that an error card? How they originally made it is that the cheeks were yellow because he was shooting the bolts out of his cheeks, so that's why his cheeks were yellow at the time. So if you come across a red cheek Pikachu that is Shadowless, absolutely pick that up if it's the right price. We have a Shadowless Gastly right here. Just these Shadowless ones right here, I can package those as a deal and sell them. If there's any really good cards, then I'm gonna get those graded. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I'm still waiting for all of my Shadowless holographics to get graded and sent back to me. As soon as that happens, I'm absolutely gonna do a follow-up video, so stay tuned for that. Here's another Shadowless Nidoran. Let's put that right here, and I mean, I'm excited to just keep flipping through the next page. Okay, so not really a whole lot on this one, but let's keep going. Ton of trainer cards. If you look right here, these ones, depending on what kind of trainer cards they are, if they are remakes or originals, those are worth a pretty good amount of money as well. So let's keep flipping through. And like I said, some of these are stacked in here. I'm not gonna dig through all of those because that's just gonna take way too much time. But here's an example right here. This one isn't even the same as the Magnemite, and it's behind it. So I don't even know what cards are behind some of these, but that's definitely gonna take a little bit more time to go through those. So like I said, I'll update everybody as soon as I do that. But for now, we're just gonna browse through them real quick. All right, we have another Charmander right here. Oh, here we go. Now we have a holographic Charmeleon. This is one of the newer ones, 2017. I'll have to look that up, see how much that's worth. So it's all about the Pikachus, Venusaurs, you know, Squirtle, Blastoise, Charizard. If I can find any of those, I mean, that would be extremely exciting. So I'm going to keep going. So there's binder 2. I mean, look at the stack that we just got off of that one binder, and we still have one more binder to go, and like I mentioned, an entire shoebox. So let's keep going through. This one's kind of cool. Looks like it has a XY Charizard booklet on the front. That's cool. I'll have to take a look at that when I have a little bit more time. Otherwise, let's keep flipping through these cards. Oh, there's a ton in the pocket right here. Man, this is exciting. I'm really glad that everybody's watching this just right off the bat because you're seeing them for the first time. And we just got a promo card and a first edition on this pack. Wow, and this is a reverse holo. I mean, we're definitely in the money. That's why, like I was saying, I'm really glad that you guys are watching this with me, open these up, because as you can see, this absolutely fires me up. A couple energies, nothing really worth anything. Rapidash. These aren't really worth anything. Nothing. Base set Magnemite, not sure what that is. Here we go. Base set 2 Squirtle, we'll set that one off to the side. And Pharaoh, not really worth anything. What do we got? Machoke, nothing. We got a Dugong, Shelder. Look at this one. Woo! We got a NT promo holographic. I don't have my computer by me, so I'm gonna have to look this one up in a little bit, but that one's gotta be worth something, especially those promo cards. We got a base set Wartortle, and we have a Rocket League first edition Machop. That one's going off to the side as well. That's the first edition that I mentioned earlier. And we got some more holographic. Oh, we got a ton of holographics in here. All right. This is getting real exciting now. So we have a holographic Hypno Fossil Edition. Set that one off to the side. We have 2 holographic Poliwraths. These are base set. base set rare Poliwrath. Set that one over here, and there's another one underneath. So we just came up. I mean, this is more than I could have imagined we're going to be in here. So 2 base set Poliwraths. Set that one off to the side. A couple of these Rocket Leagues. Let's keep flipping through these. A ton more Kadabras. Here's 1 Kadabra. Here's base set 2 Kadabra. So there's some of the newer ones mixed in with the older ones. So like I said, in these sleeves, you know, you can stack multiple ones. So that's what I'm gonna have to do after this. Like I mentioned before, is go through each one of these sleeves. We got 2 Seadras, base set 2 Goldeen. It's been a whole lot of fun just adding to my collection. I mean, as you've seen, I have a ton of them. I have some that friends have given me, but it's always fun to look through, you know, other collections because you really don't know what they have. So let's just keep flipping through here. Oh, Hitmonlee, another holographic, and a Kabutops. That one's not holographic. I thought that might have been. But we have a holographic rare Hitmonlee Fossil Edition. I'm going to set those ones off to the side. And they're all in pretty good condition, surprisingly. I mean, if you have the Pokemon cards, chances are you bought one of these packs, so you took pretty good care of all of your cards, because who'd have thought, you know, 20 years later, there's a sudden spike in all of these things. So we have a Meowth, Jigglypuff. Let's keep flipping through these. Sparrows, Pharaoh, Dodrio. Keep going. A couple Dugongs. So what I'm looking for right now is I'm looking for any of the Holos, as well as Shadowless, first editions, anything like that. And we have another holographic. We have a Hitmonchan base set right here. So with all these holographics, I mean, we're definitely in the money. So look at this. We have a Hypno, Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, 2 Poliwraths. We have this NT promo card. We have, you know, a Shadowless Charmeleon. This one's in excellent condition. And we have a holographic Ninetales. So right off the bat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 holographics right here. And that's just scanning through these binders. Like I've mentioned a couple times before, I'm going to have to go through each one of the sleeves and see if there's anything else hiding behind there. So these ones I'll go ahead and stack back up. These are a mixture between the base set first editions and base set 2 and Shadowless. So this has been pretty exciting. I'm really glad, you know, everybody's following along with this, so you can see them just as I'm pulling them out as well. And let's flip to the back page. Another first edition, 2 more first editions. First edition Cyndaquil. That one's awesome. And a Sunflora. If you look at these 2. But we definitely have made our money back. Let me put this back real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and look through this shoe box real quick. You know, as you can see, there's just an absolute massive amount of these in here. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a ton of new age ones. This is going to take forever to go through. Delcatty, there's a reverse holo, another reverse holo, third reverse holo, and that's just in the first handful. So I'm not going to bore everybody and go through all of these, because this is going to take hours. I mean, there's just absolutely, if you could see right here, there's 4 rows of cards in here, so that's going to take forever to go through all of those. Like I mentioned, these are all the good ones that we got just out of those binders. I'm going to go through those again, kind of browse through them with a fine-tooth comb, see if there's any other good ones in there, and then I'm going to have to go through this entire pack of shoebox cards and see if there's any good ones in here. So I hope everybody enjoyed, you know, another Pokemon video with me. A couple people have asked, you know, are you gonna be doing these Pokemon cards forever? The answer is no. I am just picking them up as I see them. If there's good deals, if I come across them at the flea market or the swap meet, I'm picking them up, because they're still really popular right now, and they're surging in prices. They're doubling and tripling every week. So for anybody out there, if you come across them, I would highly recommend picking them up, or at least going through them, because you never know what you're gonna find. So if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe, drop a comment below, and turn on your notifications so you know when I post my next video. Thanks for watching.